Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are asking a question. If you're doing a lot of mileage a year and you want to get on, you want to buy a car that's reliable, easy to get into, and you don't mind ploughing loads of mileage on, which way do you go? Do you go for something very simple, cheap, and maybe a throwaway car just to get you around, or do you go out there and finance maybe a higher mileage, newer car and just plough the mileage on that with a warranty? Though, we'll point out and start this video, this car has a warranty on it, which is absolutely fantastic news for the owner. Now the reality is, the Mercedes brand, in my opinion, went up a level in this generation. This is a 64 plate C220, and I've actually grabbed this car today to do a bit of, market research in a sense, and just ask you guys more than anything, and sort of understand why you would go down this route. Now, the owner of this car has done over 16,000 miles in this car in 10 months. Now, I know a lot of people out there do a lot of mileage, and they may be wanting to go and buy a car to throw away, maybe a Golf, a Polo, something like that, to put all this mileage on. But what if you could get yourself into something that's already got the mileage on it and has a warranty and is nice, is affordable? This has a great deal of stuff on it. It has a great deal of comfort, and it has 107,000 miles on it. What I try and do a lot on this channel is understand what you guys are really after when you're looking for a new car. So that's why I've picked this one up today. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that want to do a load of miles on a car, maybe for their job, family, whatever it is, but they want something new and reliable at the same time. It's easy to get into, not a lot of money up front, and just a simple monthly payment. So that's why I've picked this car up today, because again, the owner of this car wanted to put mileage on it. He actually bought it with mileage on it. Now, I know that sounds really silly to some people, but I feel like if you're buying a brand new car and putting that mileage on it, there's going to be a bit of leeway in the sense that you're going to lose quite a lot of money, especially on something like this, a £30,000 Mercedes. You start putting that sort of mileage, say 20,000, maybe 30,000 miles a year on it, it's going to depreciate pretty quickly, especially if maybe you're on a PCP deal. If you're on a lease plan, it is going to cost you the absolute earth. So why not go and get something that has a little bit of mileage on it, that's done its depreciating and is way over half its original value, but is still new enough, safe enough, nice enough for you to drive around on a daily basis. But we will walk around this thing as we always do at the start of the video. Now, white on these Mercedes looks the part. You have an AMG line kit on this, has the bumper at the front with black accents, has this Pan America style front grille there as well, black headlights, black wheels on this. And when I point a few things out, the kit is something you can get pretty easy. The wheels, relatively small, but they're comfy. You're going to be doing serious mileage on this, so although the smaller wheels aren't as desirable as others, the tyres are going to be cheap, and you're going to wear them out a lot quicker than maybe a big set of tyres. So that is a shout, something to think about. I know a lot of people would say, oh, I'd get the bigger wheels, blah blah blah, but bigger costs more, especially in the wheel game. And this has already had a couple of sets of tyres on it. You can get a second-hand set of tyres for 30 quid a corner if you really wanted to on one of these. Coming around the back, again, black accents continue on the white. Again, AMG line kit on this, so you have the AMG looking rear bumper with the side bits just there, and a little spoiler. I think it looks good. I think it looks the part. And again, you would not know the mileage on this. It doesn't look like it's got tons of miles on it or whatever, because I think it's a clean example of a nice car. It's done its motorway mileage and you wouldn't know. So we will have a look inside, because this is the real testament to what mileage is on one of these. So I will show you guys in the driving portion more of the interior refinement, but more of the wear. Now, if there is any wear, I will see it, I will find it, but reporting back, there's not too much, but I will again go through that once we are driving. But you have tons of goodies in here, because again, this is a relatively new car. Automatic lights, automatic wipers, comfy, super comfy seats. You've got centre armrest there, you've got cup holders in the middle, and as we just get in, AMG on the carpets there, because it's an AMG line. This doesn't have keyless entry, keyless start. You still have to put the key in, but It has this lovely piano black centre with the screen, with heated seats, gotta be done. And I forgot how big these are inside. If I shut the door, I know you guys won't be able to see this in camera, but I'm sat in my normal driving position and you're sort of immersed in this lovely interior. 13, 14, 15 grand on one of these. You're going to be getting a really lovely car. Flat bottom steering wheel on this as well. Look at that. And just behind that, we'll get in. Just have a look. 107,000, nearly 108,000 miles. But what I'm going to do is we're going to get on the road, do a bit more explaining as to how it drives at that sort of mileage, and then give you guys a question at the end of the video. So stay to the end of the video. So the drive of a 107,000 mile C-Class from this generation. What's it like? Because this is where it's really going to deter a lot of people or win a load of other people over. One of the things to really say here is that yes, new cars can do the mileage. I'm not saying that they can't, but a lot of people would be deterred and they wouldn't be that interested in buying something with that sort of mileage on it and throwing it on finance and having it as more of a runaround. Now, I will let you guys into the understanding of this car from the owner's point of view. The owner does nearly 20, 30, maybe 1,000 miles a year. He's had this 10 months and he's gone over 16,000 miles in this. And that, you know, is a realisation for him more than anything when he bought it. It's because if it had mileage already on it and it was, you know, had all the bits, consumables done, it was, you know, driving and running as it should, the mileage shouldn't actually be a problem and you can keep ploughing miles onto it. So that's how he sort of got to this point. Bought it at like, you know, 90,000 miles on it, and well, just over, and yeah, 107,000 miles, just about to go over to 108,000 miles now. And don't be deterred. The reality is, what I'm trying to say is, don't look at the mileage and go, oh, I'm never going to touch that, oh, I can't do it. Just go and drive the car. Some of them have had a really bad life. You can tell straight away this car has been sat on the motorway its entire life. You have a bit of wear here and there on just the usual things that you'll see, but it's not that bad, if I'm honest. It's kept up with the mileage and the use that it's had. So you do have some wear on some of the buttons, but nothing too crazy. This has been replaced, though. I will point out that this door card has been replaced due to wear on armrest and a slight armrest wear here. Other than that, though, the seat is in pretty good condition. Slight wear, but again, 107,000 miles, what's not going to be worn, especially from the driver's seat. Other than that, it really genuinely, if I tap the button here and cancel off the mileage and not notice it, you would not know that this had any more than 30, 40,000 miles on it. It just feels like a used car from this generation. It doesn't feel like it's got tons of mileage on it. It doesn't feel like, you know, it's been up and down the motorway, which, you know, considering lease plans and stuff when these cars came out, and even now with new cars, you are going to get some out there that have just been bought for mileage eating, and that's exactly what this owner has done. Again, 16,000 miles, or well over 16,000 miles in the last 10 months. A lot of new cars, yes, you'll see a heavy depreciation, but here's the thinking here. The depreciation's already happening. It's happened, it's already happened, and there's no point in you depreciating an asset to a stupid amount as we pull up to a red light. There's no point in buying a brand new one of these when you're doing this much mileage. It would just be silly, because you would lose half the car's value straight away just by putting the mileage on it. Let someone else do that. Buy one that's slightly older, that's had servicing, brakes, MOTs, all this sort of stuff, and has done a bit of mileage. And then, you know, this can be bought for, say, £300 a month, no money down whatsoever, and then no balloon at the end over, you know, a 3-4 year deal, depending on what your, you know, APR and stuff is. I'm not saying it's for everyone, and I never say that on the channel, but if you are at this point and you want just something reliable, something to do mileage in, something comfy, like I haven't even got onto the comfort factor in here. You're low down in the seat, and yes, I do sit in cars quite low, so does the owner of this one, but you're surrounded by really nice materials, and this is, you know, it's a diesel, it's an AMG line. It's still got piano black in the centre, you've still got leather on the steering wheel, leather pack going across the top, black headliner, the sound system's fantastic, you've got a screen in front of you, like, it literally does everything. You've got heated seats, you've got more than enough room in the back, big boot, like, it's the obvious things you're going to see in one of these, but it just needs to be said sometimes that you do see these deals out there in these cars. You know, say this was, I think it was 32 grand when they come out all in an AMG line pack diesel variant of this C220, and you know, you'll pick it up for 13, 14, 15 grand on a finance deal from a dealership with a warranty. We'll say again, this has warranty on it, so if everything does catastrophically fail, fingers crossed the warranty people should come in and sort it out for you. That's really reassuring, I think, and I need to say it again. High mileage car on finance with a warranty isn't a bad thing, especially if you're going to put mileage on it. It's not a bad thing, and I think, you know, the owner went down the right route in this, and I'm not preaching to anyone, I'm just saying it is actually a great idea, this. And when the finance is up on this and it's got 150,000 miles, 160,000 miles, it'll still be worth some good money, and he'll own the car. He'll have no, you know, balloon at the end of it, say. So I think it's not too bad, this. And, you know, MPG wise, 30, 40 MPG, you know, pretty much normal stuff. Again, what they came out of the factory with, it hasn't changed. It's showing a quarter of a tank at the moment, 142 miles. Nothing to sniff at, I tell you. And if you're after one, there's enough of them out there. High mileage one, you know, go and drive it. There might be some bad ones, there might be ex-taxis, you know, various things like that. I don't think this is a bad shout, and I think he's done a really, really good deal here, considering the circumstances of him needing a nice, reliable car, no money in, say, good, you know, amount of money a month, not crazy money a month, and it still looks the part. It's still a nice Mercedes vehicle. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like today's video, please give it a like. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll know, because you got to the point in this video, do you think this is a good idea? Financing something at, you know, 90,000 miles to put loads of miles on, and the finance deal being that you don't pay anything, it's, you know, £250, £300 a month, you don't have a huge balloon at the end, and, you know, after your deal's done, you own the car, and you have a warranty. Let me know in the comments below if this is the right thing to do, or would you go and buy, you know, £1,000 Golf diesel or something and plough the mileage on that? But anyway, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.